Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you.
Merry Meet. Welcome to the beloved community known as the Unitarian Universalist Church of Amherst. I'm Reverend Michelle Buhite, the minister of this congregation. My pronouns, which I offer to create a truly inclusive and brave space for all to live into the fullness of their identities, are she and her. Now you might be wondering why I'm wearing a collar. Well, there is a travel ban during this snow event, and if I were stopped on my way to church, I wanted to be able to demonstrate that I had something very important to do. I'm joined today by our Director of Faith Development, Angela Warren. As Unitarian Universalists, we are people of the wide path, engaging in a free and responsible search for truth and meaning, and coming together to make a difference. We're so glad that you have chosen to be here at this time. Throughout the month of November, we are exploring the topic of change. And this day, we are changing our hearts through the power of gratitude. We are a beloved community, a gathering of people who have chosen to journey together, to encourage one another, and to be part of something important and life-changing. Because we aspire to be such a people, we make bold promises about how we will strive to be with one another. I'm going to share with you our congregational covenant, and I hope you will join me in saying it aloud. Together we promise to gather in compassionate community, to celebrate diversity of thought and unity of spirit, and to seek wholeness for ourselves, our children, and our world.
As we gather, we acknowledge that our church is built on occupied land that was nurtured and cherished by the First Nations people of this region, the Haudenosaunee, and the people known as the Neutrals before them. We offer this libation as our giveaway, symbol of our respect for and deep connection with the land. May we be good stewards of the land and courageously cultivate community with all living things.
People always say, I admit that I never really tried it. Make a list of all the things you're grateful for. People say make a list, write it down and read it over. Let the words on the paper keep growing more and more. But I don't want to make a list, and I don't want to read it over. I don't want to listen to the voice that's knocking on my door, saying with a clear mind and a courageous heart, I could have roses on my window. If in no time I could have a brand new start, and I'd see those roses everywhere, everywhere I look, everywhere I look, everywhere I look, everywhere. People always say, forget about your old complaining, forget about thinking there's something missing here. People say give thanks, put the pen on the lines of the paper, let the words of the fountain flow like falling tears. But I don't want to change, I don't want to let go of my story, I don't want to lose this familiar fear. To know with a clear mind and a courageous heart, I could have roses on my window. If in no time I could have a brand new start, and I'd see those roses everywhere, everywhere I look, everywhere I look, everywhere I look, everywhere, everywhere I look, everywhere I look, everywhere I look, everywhere. People always say, I admit that I never really tried it. Make a list of all the things you're thankful for. People say make a list. The beginning of a grateful story is the opening act of loving more and more. But I don't want to write it down, I don't know if I'm really quite ready. What if I lose the who I am right now? I don't want to make a list, I don't want to, just cause I don't want to make one, even though the whole world is telling me how. Saying with a clear mind and a courageous heart, I could have roses on my window. If in no time I could have a brand new start, and I'd see those roses everywhere, everywhere I look, everywhere I look, everywhere I look, everywhere, everywhere I look, everywhere I look, everywhere I look, everywhere, everywhere.
It is our custom when we gather to light a chalice, the symbol of our faith that represents the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of commitment. I offer these words as we light the chalice. We gather around this flame that symbolizes the truth we know and the truth we seek, the community we share and the community we aspire to, the learning that enables us and the mystery that encompasses. Here we speak the languages of memory and hope. Here we are welcomed, our journeys embraced and shared. Each of us carries with us into this time cares and concerns, joys and sorrows. Together we create the container where we can put down our burdens, knowing they are held gently by this gathered community. For all of you joining virtually today, I invite you to give voice to that which is on your heart by typing it into the chat in the live stream or in the chat in the Zoom room. Reverend Michelle and I will enact our ritual as you exchange your words. Let us share a few breaths as we expand our circle to include those who may not be present, but whom we carry in our hearts. Those who are ill, those who are in pain, either in body or in spirit, those who are lonely, those who have been wronged. We are part of a web of life that makes us one with all humanity, one with all the universe. We are grateful for the miracle of consciousness that we share, the consciousness that gives us the power to remember, to love, to care. May it ever be so in our lives. Amen, and blessed be.
Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
For our Time for All Ages today, I'm going to share a little variation on an activity, an exercise I learned at the retreat of the Laredo Seaway chapter a few weeks ago. I went away with my colleagues. It was the second in-person retreat that I was able to attend with them. They've been a constant source of support and resources in my tenure here as Director of Faith Development. One of the geniuses, Reverend Evan Carville-Zemer, created an exercise in abundance and gratitude and gave us a whole bunch of sticky notes in different colors and just asked us to start writing resources of our congregation, our people, our money, our spaces, our outside organizations, in order to create a sense of abundance, even when sometimes we don't feel like it's there. And look at all of these notes. I wasn't even done. And I'm going to ask Michelle, Reverend Michelle here, to help me stick these notes on our little pal, the minion here, who's representative of one of our volunteers. And we'll see all the things. Let's see. Sunday morning welcoming.
Greeting at the front door.
The little free pantry and all the duties.
The coffee kitchen crew.
And the spaghetti dinner crew. And the gardening. And wait, there's a whole bunch of gardens here. It takes a lot of time. And then it connects back to the pantry. And then
I'm going to call this one the Keepers of Earth.
And leadership development. We have more ecology club. We have an ecology club, an ecology center.
Ooh, the Living Green Festival.
We have some relationships with other organizations that are peripheral, but the Buffalo Niagara Waterkeepers.
Our labyrinth.
We have, we've worked with Boy Scouts before, helping with our grounds.
I want to talk about our tech people who are running the show. Thank you, thank you. Oh, and caring. The caring.
Oh, yeah. And meal sharing, which is part of that arm. Phone calls.
The Spirit Play Story Makers.
I remember them. Let's see.
Look, you have all the pretty yellow ones.
These are all, we have people who patronize Big Big Table, another organization in our community with the same mission as our pantry.
So, Angela, I can't help but notice how overloaded our poor minion is becoming. We have so many wonderful things happening and connections, but how can one poor little minion do all of that?
Might need some help.
If only we knew a place where people gathered that might be interested in these kind of things. Consider yourself invited, for those of you who are participating already in one or a whole bunch of these things. Thank you, and please consider how many stickers are on your minion selves, and if you might want to, I don't know, go up to a fellow minion and put a sticker on them and let them carry some of the load.
That sounds like a great idea.
That's what I did to you. Hey, Angela, want to help me do the service? Stick.
Here I am. All right.
Great. Thank you. We love our volunteers, or as I like to call them, active members in service to the beloved community. We see the hats you wear, the plates you carry, and the heaviness of feeling like you have to keep on carrying things that deplete you because of scarcity, the fear that no one else will pick up that important thing. And it's true. Sometimes nobody picks up what we lay down, and that has to be okay. At some point, we have to love ourselves and our lives enough to set things down. Let me share some advice with you from UU minister and singer-songwriter Meg Barnhouse. This is entitled, "Sorry, Hun, Not My Table." I love for a waitress to call me Hun. It's comforting. She doesn't know me, and I don't know her, but we fit into well-worn ancient categories. I am the hungry one, and she is the one who brings nourishment from the unseen source. When I was younger, I worked as a waitress in Philadelphia and New Jersey. I learned useful things while serving food to strangers. I know how to rush around with my hands full, thinking about 6 things at the same time, which has stood me in good stead as the working mother of 2 small sons. I know that people are not at their best when they're hungry. That knowledge helps me to understand world events. If the citizens of the world were well fed, we'd have fewer wars and less mayhem. The most helpful thing I grasped while waitressing was that some tables are my responsibility and some are not. A waitress gets overwhelmed if she has too many tables, and no one gets good service. In my life, I have certain things to take care of: my children, my relationships, my work, myself, and 1 or 2 causes. That's it. Other things are not my table. I would go nuts if I tried to take care of everyone, if I tried to make everybody do the right thing, if I went through my life without ever learning to say, "Sorry, that's not my table, hon." I would burn out and be no good to anybody. I need to have a surly waitress inside myself that I can call on when it seems everyone in the world is waving an empty coffee cup in my direction. My inner waitress looks over at them, keeping her 6 plates balanced and her feet moving, and says, "Sorry, hon, not my table." Does the thought of telling someone, "Sorry, not my table," give you the anxious flutters? Maybe you worried that they'll think less of you if you don't pick up what someone else has dropped, even if it is not something in your skill set or your passion. So we say yes when we should say, "Sorry, no." And then we feel used or not seen, and those feelings do not lead to love and abundance. Jesus said, "I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly." We are not going to arm wrestle the theology or relevance of that statement. What I want you to consider is that there are no strings attached. No, "if you deserve it," or "if you'll do me this favor." I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Not when you're dead, not when you've earned a merit badge, just life abundantly. Last week, we thumbed our noses at scarcity. We played with real money, received it, gave it away. It wasn't ours, but it was ours to give or keep. If you missed that service or just need to experience it again, you'll find it on our YouTube channel, UU Amherst. It was an especially good service, not because I was particularly awesome as a preacher, but because you were astonishingly awesome in your willingness to play and to get into the flow of giving and receiving. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. That's the grace we sing before dinner at my house. It's the grace I will teach my grandchildren, a grace that speaks to the power of flow, of abundance shared, of gifts given and received in gratitude. And that brings us to the power of gratitude in a season of scarcity. Yes, it is the feeling of scarcity, whether it springs from deep within us or as we engage in the seasonal scarcity practices, that prompts us to overindulge, overspend, all in an effort to prove our love or worthiness. I am just as caught up in it as you are. The grand twins turned 2. Our son-in-law's birthday is Wednesday. Our daughter's birthday is December 14th. Solstice, which we celebrate, is December 21st or 22nd. And the Christmas extravaganza is just later that same week. Egad, that is a lot of potential stuff buying. I mean, gift giving. So when I ask you to look at gratitude and giving in your life, please know that I am right there with you. Even as I was writing this sermon, I paused to make a list of potential holiday gifts that came to mind. Where does the madness stop? Now, I fully realize that there are people within the sound of my voice who legitimately need gifts that provide basics and that provide joy. And we can, collectively and individually, be the sources of those basics and that joy. I hope we are, and not just in anonymous, throw a buck in the kettle ways. I think we should aspire to face-to-face relational gift giving. Maybe we'd even be courageous enough to ask what they want or need. In fact, that's a bit of what we're doing in our relationship with Gateway Longview and the Adopt an Angel program. I encourage you to go to our website, quickly, actually, and choose an angel and bring a gift to the church next Sunday. So time is of the essence. Go to the website right after the service. Don't miss the rest of this. And find an angel that you can pick and purchase a gift or gift card for. It will fill your heart with joy, and trust me, it will fill theirs with joy as well. Now, occasionally, I like to reach out to folks in our congregation that I know are struggling, and I ask them what they need. Sometimes I randomly send a check from the discretionary funds, because I know it's hard to ask for help. I've been there. When we are willing to be changed, and that's what changing our hearts really means, being fundamentally changed for all time, then we are held in and energized by the power of gratitude. We can then begin to create the more beautiful world our hearts know is possible. We can begin to transform the story of separation and scarcity into a story of interbeing and abundance. The More Beautiful World Our Hearts Know is Possible is a book by Charles Eisenstein, and it is a destroyer of paradigms. Well, actually, the old paradigm is bent on self-destruction, so perhaps it is better said that Eisenstein's book is the birthplace of the new paradigm. This is one of those books that I can read and reread and constantly find new insights and pathways for hope in a world where hope is often hard to find. It's from Eisenstein that I first encountered the idea of the world of gift, which is a principle of sacred economics, which might sound familiar to you if you were tuned in to last week's service. Eisenstein writes, "In the beginning was the gift. Our lives were given us. Therefore, our default state is gratitude. It is the truth of our existence." He continues, "In moments of clarity, perhaps after a narrow brush with death or upon accompanying a loved one through the death process, we know that life itself is a gift. We experience an overwhelming gratitude at being alive. Life, like hope, faith, love, and forgiveness, is a gift we have done nothing to deserve and can never repay." Unlike our current economic system, which rewards selfishness and greed, a world of gift is built upon generosity and a circulation of resources. Gifts embody key qualities of sacredness, uniqueness, wholeness, and interdependency. Well, but you know, from you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. A world of gift is part of a story of interbeing, which is a paradigm that reverses and heals the prevailing system, which is at work in the existing story of separation. Let me demonstrate these stories, or paradigms, as we answer two of life's big questions. Big question number one, who am I? In the current story of separation, the answer is, you are a separate individual among other separate individuals in a universe that is separate from you as well. The story of interbeing says we are connected and interdependent. Our very existence is relational and includes the whole universe. Big question number two, what is the purpose of life? The old story declares that there is no purpose, only cause. Since we are fundamentally separate from each other, my self-interest is very likely at the expense of your self-interest. The new story whispers, the purpose of life is to express our gifts. Humanity is meant to join fully the tribe of all life on earth, offering our uniquely human gifts toward the well-being and development of the whole. That may all sound like a utopian dream, but you know, we got to start somewhere. So why not start here? Even though the prevailing paradigm in the world is based in separation and scarcity, we can start practicing the skills that will bring on the world of gift by affirming our interconnectedness and abundance right here. Who better to begin to subvert the prevailing paradigm than a bunch of free-thinking heretics? Like any program for paradigm busting, we need to start with baby steps and grow into this radically different way of being. So let's consider how we will protect ourselves from the holiday mayhem and live in the flow of abundance. It will be a good training and practice ground for us. How might we begin to live into a world of gift right here? How do we manifest the more beautiful world our hearts know is possible? Well, let's start by remembering our connectedness. My being partakes of your being, and that of all beings. This goes beyond interdependency. Our very existence is relational. So everything we do to another, we do to ourselves. Let's affirm that each of us has a unique and necessary gift to give to the world, and that the very purpose of life is to express our gifts. Eisenstein's principles of the story of interbeing are remarkably congruent with the principles of Unitarian Universalism, and if anything, offer us a why to guide our how, a sacred story upon which we can stand to offer our gifts to the world. When we give away our gifts, we are not depleted, but rather blessed beyond measure. Yes, we have our challenges. We have our disappointments and despair, but we are never alone. That's the real gift. We are inextricably connected to one another and to all of life. Life's greatest gift to us is that none of us are ever truly alone. There is a love holding Our service is drawing to an end, which means our service to the world is just beginning. So let me tell you about some of the opportunities to connect and serve in the days to come. I told you a little bit about the Adopt an Angel program that we have with our neighbors, Gateway Longview. Go to our website, uuamherst.org, and find your angel and bring a gift to the church by next Sunday, the 27th. We have an upcoming fundraiser. I didn't misspeak. It's meant to raise fun, coming up on December 10th, and you can read all about it in the newsletter, which will be coming very shortly to your personal inbox. And there's always an opportunity for volunteering, becoming our next beloved minion. And we won't make you wear all the stickers, I promise. But you can get involved and maybe wear a couple. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not invite you to participate in the financial support of the ministries of this congregation. You can find a giving link on our website, uuamherst.org, or you can text your gift to the number on your screen. Because we pick fruit from trees we did not plant. We drink water from wells we did not dig. And that is as it should be, so long as we dig and plant for those who will come after us. We will now close the service with our blessing song, Travel Light and Travel Easy, and then we will extinguish our chalice.
Travel light and travel easy till I see you once again. Travel light and travel easy, and remember
asked Angela to extinguish our chalice flame. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. If I did not, and of course, I would be remiss if it, yep, because we pick trees. Yeah, we don't pick trees.